On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, Local Geek brought us a tasty snack, which is great because we were talking about tasty snacks, and it fits. It really does. It fits. We discuss a potential beer draft coming up, so get ready for that. And hey, we do some dad jokes of the week because who doesn't love good dad jokes of the week? Beyond that, we're going to talk a little wrestling. That's right. We're going to go old school Triple B. Me and Kid are talking a little bit about wrestling and what's been going on in the world of that. So strap in. It's going to be a great time. And as I always say, why wouldn't it be a good time? You're here. When you're here, you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and V. Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, porpoises, enjoy time with friends.
Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Oh, come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that... Hey, what's that over there? I'm your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, as always, with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
Well, I'm okay. I'm wondering about you now. Like, I haven't seen you had a drink in weeks, yet it sounds like you're drunk.
Honestly, it's because I've been dealing with sick kids, and so like I have been starved for adult conversation, you know. So I'm like people I could talk to and aren't just screaming at me.
We can change that.
I mean, let's not.
Beer! Blues, BS! No!
Somewhere, someone's like pulling their headphones off, like, oh my God.
That's why we have audio limiters.
Yes.
Who's here with us, Howard?
Well, you know, we got a full tavern, which is always good. But we might as well also just jump right into everybody's favorite segment of the show, and that is What's on Tap. And you know, I don't know why I'm feeling like we should go near to far. So let's start with the closest person, and he's just across the river. It's the Triple B Brewmaster, the Local Geek. Local Geek, how you doing? What you having?
Hey guys, doing pretty good. Unfortunately, not staying near with my drink tonight, or maybe fortunately. Getting stuff we can't necessarily get around our area is always fun. So I have a Rutland Red American Amber Ale from the Rutland Brew Works. They are based out of Rutland, Vermont. This guy is an easy drinking ale with notes of caramel, toast, and dark fruits. Comes in at 5% alcohol. That's about it for text on the can here. So.
Closest airport to our that family that lives out in Vermont.
Ooh, that's nice. It's got some maltiness right up front, followed by just a little bit of sweetness. Like not too much, just enough to kind of complement it nicely. It's really good. I think I'm gonna give that one a 3.7.
Okay. Excellent. As we move further away, that takes us all the way up to Iowa. And one rude boy, Kyle. Kyle, how you doing? What you having?
I'm doing all right, given that I just worked 5 mid shifts in a row, and so excited to try this for the first time as a Samuel Adams Blackberry Vit Beer. A purple can out of the spring sampler variety. Described as bursting with blackberry flavor, this fruit forward fan favorite is an ode to traditional Belgian brewing. It's slightly sweet, tart, and back for a limited time only, so you might have to get the sampler pack in order to enjoy it. But let's give it a go. On the nose, it's you don't smell the fruit as much, but You can definitely tell it's a Belgian-inspired light beer. The blackberry, it tastes very authentic. I would say it's not overly sweet because you take a bite of or take a chew of blackberry and it reminds you of having just a small bite off the end of freshly picked fruit. So it's a good balance of the beer flavor, and I would say that I like I mentioned from a previous Sam Adams special from the Alpine Spring. I kind of wish they pushed out their seasonal beers and more than just their sampler packs, because it's that's I would say it's the perfect beer to have as a dessert drink right before you cash in for a good Friday or Saturday evening, whenever your weekend is. But yeah, I'm gonna give that a 4.1.
Good. And if we're gonna go even further out, that takes us all the way out to the West Coast and the Triple B Wise Men. Doc, how you doing? What you having?
I'm doing well. Good to be with you all again. I am starting tonight with Incline Cider House, tried and true out of Eugene, Oregon. Had a few of theirs before. This is their perfectly prickly pear. So it's one of the flavors I've not had before. 6.9% alcohol by volume.
Nice.
Let's see how it goes. All I'm tasting is apple.
Uh-oh.
Like it's all apple. Like there's like a tiny hint of pear like at the very end, but it's really strong, like sour apple. Which I wouldn't mind if it was just apple, but since they say it's flavored, like I would expect to get more of the flavor from it. Probably give it a 2.5. It's not bad. It's not bad, like I said, just if it was like just a straight up apple cider, but since it's supposed to have a flavor and it doesn't.
Does it have any of the like pear texture of like semi unfilteredness, like the
not any more so than their other apple ciders do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bummer. Oh well.
2.5.
Their other stuff is good, especially their Imperial Tart Cherry. Which he still has, because here it is. Oh, did you actually drink it? You did drink it. Okay. I thought you passed on it.
I already passed it from my memory. Much like Rude Boy's bathroom break. It's gone. He's like, hey, what are you calling me out for?
Don't even know what that means and don't want to know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're continuing our journey from near to far, we can't go any further out. The man who basically lives in outer space. It's one more Kidder. Kidder, what you having?
Wow. Yeah.
He did have the tart cherry, and he gave it a 1 out of 5.
There it is.
As soon as I said it, because he was threatening not to drink it, I thought he didn't, but then I remembered, no, he did.
Yeah. We all make bad choices in life. So here's another Grain Belt Premium Light.
Oh.
Howard, you happen to take a look at your screen?
No. Why?
We have an intruder.
Hey! I see. It's none other than the Triple B gunslinger, JS. JS, how's it going? How you doing? You drinking anything?
I'm drinking a thing. In a vehicle with children, so I am not drinking the alcoholic beverages. I do, however, have what is this called? A Boom Pop Watermelon Lime Premium Soda. It is quite tasty, I will say. It is a prebiotic soda, caffeine free, has 3 grams of sugar, and does not have any of the migraine inducing aspartame, and carbonated water, organic cane sugar, probiotic, really, really long word that starts with an X, citric acid, lime juice concentrate, sodium citrate, natural flavors, watermelon juice concentrate, stevia leaf extract. This is very hard to read and drive at the same time. And peaches, I believe is what this is. And orange apple cider vinegar. I don't think I was right, but that's what I saw. I really like the watermelon lime. It really tastes like a watermelon lime. Like you really get the watermelon, and then you really get the lime. Like it's a very good combination of the two. Very little sugar in it, so I'm trying to reduce my sugar intake because I has the spare tire going. I'm very much embracing the dad bod right now and trying to fix that. So, yeah, I really like it. For a soda, I would probably give this one about a 4. It is quite good on the soda side, as I should say.
All right. Excellent. I'm going to actually join you, JS, in the non-alcoholic watermelon field. However, I have people have probably picked up on what this is already, but it's a Warheads sour watermelon soda. Because we're doing a thing here. Hey, kidder. Is it in focus this time? Is that better?
No, it's too blurry. Fix it. There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
Here you go.
That's better.
Need a slice of that green poster board, huh?
There it is.
There.
It probably turned brown for some reason. I don't know. Just
I have to
even
say,
got the crack of the can on there.
Yeah, this one does not have as strong of a smell as some of the other of these have. And it probably has, I think, kind of the weakest of the flavors. Like it's watermelon, but it's a very weak watermelon.
All the Warhead pops that I've tried, like they just don't come close to the candies, and even the candies now are not nearly as potent as I thought they were when I was 6.
Yeah, they've really dialed back
the
on
old
sour.
candies.
Toxic waste reminds me of how the Warheads used to be.
Okay.
Toxic waste.
I give it a 2. Give it a 2. This is my least favorite of the flavors. Of course, it could be the fact that I, had one last week, and you know what, I didn't have a palate cleanser, so
2.
Well,
that bit's dead.
if I can daisy chain on the watermelon front, I think it was probably a month or 2 ago. A buddy of mine at work, he bought one of those pre-cut tubs of watermelon, and he bought also a bottle of the Tajin seasoning, which is chili, lime, and sea salt. For those that's just the original Tajin seasoning. But he's like, Chewy, you got to try this. It's just a little slice of watermelon. He sprinkled some of the Tajin seasoning on it, lime, chili, and sea salt flavoring added to it, and it was delicious. Absolute. Even though watermelons aren't in season, it's something that you never thought of putting a seasoning on your sliced watermelon, but it brings it to a different level that if you like that flavor combination, it felt like you were sitting on a beach in Cancun. So give that a try if you have the opportunity. So
Nice.
And
really
confirm.
delicious. Yeah, JS
Yeah.
Homes.
Can confirm. We like the Tajin in our house. But we got to throw the redneck on there, so it's Tajin. But we very much like the seasoning on the watermelon. It goes good in a lot of like that style fruit, a lot of the melons. Your muskmelon, your honeydew, your kiwi. It's really good on kiwi. It really tweaks the flavor of a lot of the fruits and gives it an extra little step.
It's really good on mango too. I don't know if
Yes,
if you guys have a Mexican market where you're at, Kyle or Doc, but our Mexican market here in Bismarck makes what's called a mango nata. It's like a mango ice cream with tahini in it. It's really good.
Oh wow! I'll have to see if that's around here. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
We if nothing else, you can at the mark of the wall, you can get mango tahini popsicles. They're made by like Sunshine or some magical company, but orange box, green writing. It's a mango popsicle with tahini covered and infused into it. They're super good. Oh,
I do remember where we were. We were somewhere about 6 months ago, and there was a little like pop-up stand, and they were selling shaved ice. And one of the ones that they had was it was a watermelon shaved ice with tahini.
oh man, that hit perfect in the
It
summertime.
was so good, so good. I was surprised because I was like, why is that a thing? Because they had all these different flavors, but there was like watermelon with tahini, and so we were curious enough to be like, let's get that.
Yeah.
I ended up being the only one who like actually ate it, but it was quite good.
Yeah, that is delicious on freshly sliced watermelon. That's one of my new favorite combos.
That sounds much better than the summer drink I tried a few years ago of like a Southwest pineapple smoothie. I was really excited for a pineapple smoothie, and then I saw that they added jalapeno in it, and I'm like, but why? And I drank it. Well, it was supposed to make it better, but this was disgusting. It tasted like the synthetic spice that you would throw in as like toilet bowl cleaner. It was so gross. I ended up driving back, throwing it away, and just getting a different drink.
I guess I was not aware that toilet bowl cleaner is spicy, but okay.
If you drink enough of it, apparently it'll make something spicy.
Yeah.
Howie, that watermelon that you had. I'm gonna grab the sugar or in that one.
Sugar. Let's see.
35.
Our ingredients are carbonated water, sugar, malic acid, natural flavor, preservatives such as potassium sorbate, sodium binoxate, and red 40. Total sugars is 35 grams. Includes 35 grams of sugar. It's 70% of your daily value of sugar in this one can. 150 calories. Look, you can actually see the label on the paint can. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes. I'm also a fan of like the Olipop. The blooms are really good. There's another brand out there too that's like the premium soda, whatever. That's only got like 3 to 5 grams of sugar in it. One of them makes what's called Doc Pop, and it is fantastic. And it also goes good mixed with, booze.
Is the Doc Pop like a clone of Dr. Pepper flavor? All right.
My son loves that one.
So we've been talking interesting foods, snacks, things like that, and it just so happens that somebody dropped off a baggie of interesting snacks for the show. So I'm gonna turn this over to the local geek. Tell us what it is he brought us.
JS is even prepared. Look at that.
Sorry, my headphones decided to play random music on me. I don't know where that came from. But...
Jimmy Hendrix?
Maybe. I brought you guys some of the Three Floyds clone recipe jerky that I made. This one didn't come out quite as flavorful as the last batch that I made, but it's still good. But the last batch I made was definitely better. So
I have to ask, local geek, mushroom?
Nope. Beef. I suppose I could have made you some special mushroom batch, but
so it's not a, when you say Three Floyds, is that like a flavor off of the brewery in Munster, Indiana?
Yeah, I found their recipe. Somebody had posted it on Facebook. And so I scaled it down to like a pound batch because it was for like 13 pounds. So I think I posted it in the Facebook group that we all have. So if you want to try to make it yourself, you can.
Yeah.
It's a pretty simple recipe, but I think my problem with this one was I ended up with like 1.3 pounds or something like that. So it was just a little bit over a pound. So the seasoning was just a little less than it probably should have been, but
I'm just chowing down on the turkey beef from local Iowa. And there's not turkey beef, but turkey smoked stick pieces and jalapeno beef pieces.
Nice.
Turkey beef. Is it a beef with a turkey head or a beef with a turkey body?
No, it's just turkey that's smoked into a stick and they cut into pieces.
You roll the whole turkey into wrapping paper and then light it.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is I paid $6 for a pound of it, and that was pretty decent.
This jerky is delicious. Thank you, local geek.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. I would agree. I would like a little bit more seasoning on it, but it doesn't mean it's bad. Like,
right.
I see exactly when you say like you maybe had the ratio a little off. I get that, but it's not terrible. I've had some pretty bad jerky.
It took the smoke flavor really well this time. It's just the paprika really didn't come through as much as it did on my last batch.
So what would you say the main flavor features of that jerky is?
The paprika is kind of supposed to be, and then I think it's just paprika, salt, pepper, and I think there might be some garlic powder off the top of my head.
There you go. Pretty basic, but yeah, that's those are the building blocks of a terrific jerky right there.
Yeah, the smoke is there, like the smoke flavor is on point. It could be a little saltier. I do taste the paprika, and then obviously for me, it's not hot enough. It could use another pound. It could use another pound of ghost pepper, but I like it. I really do.
JS likes it hot.
That's right.
Yeah, I also do. I think I gave these guys last time I made it a Dr. Pepper jerky too.
Ooh.
That you basically marinated overnight in brown sugar, Dr. Pepper, salt, and pepper, and then throw it on the smoker. And instead of Dr. Pepper, I use the Soda Stream syrup for Dr. Pepper, or the Dr. Peep they call it. And then I just put regular water in it because I figured the actual Dr. Pepper is going to have all that carbonation and stuff in it that won't play as nice for marinade. But
the carbonation actually helps.
Yeah, I could see how it would help tenderize it.
It's very delicious, though.
Yeah, you did really good. You did great.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite jerkies that I made so far. So,
Rude Boy, to give you an idea, that layer of smoke that's embedded in that jerky is kind of like when you're smoking those steaks, ribeyes. Like you just get that nice sear, and then the smoke in there.
Oh yeah,
pops out in these just top notch.
Just right.
So Howard, you haven't, unless we got more food to talk about, Howard, you have not been paying attention to wrestling at all.
I have not been, except for, let me tell you this. I think that this is a load of BS. Kidder, the Royal Rumble was just a little bit ago, right? And I don't know about you, but like my Facebook feed has been filled with like all these ads about, hey, you can watch the Rumble on Disney Plus. Because they've now partnered with ESPN
subscription.
That's the part that they're not putting in those ads. So it looks like, oh, if I have Disney Plus, I can watch this, and so they actually. Myself, like I fell for it, and a lot of other people fell for it too, where they went to watch the Rumble, and you could watch the kickoff kind of show, but then yes, you needed the ESPN Unlimited app or whatever their app was in order to actually watch it. And my kids were a little upset when it's like, well, sorry, you can't watch it. That's kind of the last like wrestling thing that I really have, except for the occasional clip that comes through. But
you could say it left a sour taste in your mouth.
It's just kind of a like,
yeah,
it's not a great little business practice when it's like, well, if you need that, be very clear about it, because I mean, it's kind of,
it makes me very upset, and here's why. Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. SmackDown is on cable. If you want to watch Saturday night's main event, that's on Peacock. And if you want to watch a premium live event, pay-per-view, it's now on ESPN. Which means I need 4 different services to watch the programming. On top of that, Peacock's monthly rate has gone up. Netflix's monthly rate has gone up. The ESPN rate to watch the pay-per-views is like $35 to $40 per month. Now, I kind of justify that one because I can watch the WWE stuff, and then I also watch all the Avs games. So that one I can at least swallow, just, if there weren't all the commercials still. Why are there commercials when I'm paying $35 a month? And you think about how many users are paying $35 a month. That's insane. So I hate it.
Yeah, it's not a great look on that. So I mean, I see a few things. Like I know who won in the Rumble and such, but I have been out for a while. So, but you bring this up clearly makes me think that you wanted to tell me about something in particular that's going on. On
Monday of last week, a box was delivered to Adam Pearce, the general manager of Monday Night Raw. It says, do not open until 2/28/2025, which happens to be the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, Illinois. And it's a person-sized crate. Adam Pearce said, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. Send it over to SmackDown. So it showed up on SmackDown last Friday. And Johnny Gargano was laying on top of it. That's his new thing, like laying on top of things. They have nothing better for him to do. But
makes sense.
Speculation that it's Chris Jericho.
Very, very possible. We'll see, because I'd seen a lot of rumors that Jericho was supposed to be back at the Rumble, and he wasn't. But
yeah, you also happen to see that Royce, whatever his name is, used to be Powerhouse Hobbs, made his debut at the Rumble and has disappeared. Not anywhere.
Yeah. Not surprised. I don't know if he's down on NXT or something like that, but
Nope, not on any programming.
it might just be that they didn't have a program for him quite yet.
My question is, why waste him in the Rumble?
I don't know that they wasted him. I think, truthfully, people come to expect a surprise as part of the Rumble. And so you needed something for a surprise. So you bring him out, it's a surprise, gets that little bit of a pop for that. But depending on when he signed the contract and came in, they might not just have a program for him yet. When you enter into a Rumble, you're starting to get to like, hey, we're building towards WrestleMania. We know what our WrestleMania matches are. So where do you work this guy in at? It honestly doesn't surprise me.
Apparently, ticket sales are very low as well.
Well, that goes to just the sheer cost of going to a WWE event these days. Those ticket prices have gone up and up and up. It's harder for people to want to spend that money for it. And like you said, when the product is so spread out and it's so hard to keep tabs on, it's hard to build that audience. So, I mean, we might actually see maybe a little bit more of a decline in wrestling because it's just not easily accessible. I did see rumors, though, that TKO is considering selling off the WWE.
Gee, I wonder why. It'll be the Saudi Arabian wrestling entertainment.
Something like that, yeah. Very interesting to see what happens. We should get some of our guests back involved in this show. And I think to do that, Kidder,
what's on tap?
It's dad jokes. That's what's on tap.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Dad jokes. Everybody loves dad jokes of the week. So let's bring everybody back. Here we go. 4 dad jokes out of this book, and maybe some people will throw in some of their own. What do you call a million rabbits walking backward? A receding hairline. What did the fish say when it hit a concrete wall? Damn. Dad, are you all right? No, I'm half left. And our last dad joke of the week from this book. Police were called to a daycare center where a 4-year-old was resisting arrest. There you go. Your dad jokes of the week.
What happens when you cross a sheep with a cow? You get an animal with a bad mood.
Clearly, the local geeks joke.
What is heavy forwards but not backwards? A ton.
Good one.
Why didn't the hummingbird sing the tune? Didn't know the words.
See, almost everybody got in on this segment, Kidder. Segment that brings us all together.
But what do you get when you mix a car, a fly, and a pet? A flying carpet.
All right, let's bring Kidder back into this by going to everybody's second favorite segment of the show, and that is What's on Tap, round 2. Drink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who all's got a round 2 and who wants to go first.
I got a round 2. I've got something called the Recess Zero Proof Classic Cosmo. They call it a craft mocktail infused with guayasa and adaptogens and a lightly sparkling 0% alcohol by volume. But they say it's for alcohol-free moments, a craft mocktail with real ingredients that taste like your favorite cocktail without the consequences. I guess the guayasa has 10 milligrams of caffeine, so it's even lighter than a cup of tea. So let's give her a shake and give her a taste. Not a frequent Cosmo drinker myself, but tasting from the collection from Christmas back home. Very light, very, I don't know if I'd describe it as airy because of the carbonation, but it, I would say it would pair well if you added some, like a good splash of vodka to it. Not being a NA connoisseur myself, I'm going to give that a 2.6.
All right, nice.
But here's the can if you're interested in the look and the thing. But it's manufactured for Drink Recess out of New York, 10013. A little bit of flavor to it, but need something else.
Anybody else having a round two?
I got the old Huckleberry.
Oh, Huckleberry.
Delicious. I only bought 1 4-pack of the raspberry lemonades, and since I haven't only have one left, I'm gonna hang on to that for a little bit.
It's a good call. Good call. Anybody else?
Oh, Doc is ready to roll, but we can't hear what he's got. Google is censoring.
I did not realize I must have bumped the mute button. I have the Bee Haven Session Style Mead Ginger Coriander flavor.
Is that from Austin Powers Brewing Company?
No, it is Bee Haven beverage from Seattle, Washington.
Gotcha.
Ingredients are mead, ginger, and coriander. It is 5.5% alcohol by volume. And I'm hoping it'll be a little sweeter compared to that last one. Like the apple was really, really sour. Yeah, yikes. I like it. There's definitely like the soft honey undertone, but there's a lot of like ginger in the front of it, and I really like ginger, so I actually this is really good. I think if you're not a big fan of ginger, you may not like it as much because it is there's almost like a gingerbread taste at the front of it. But yeah, like I said, I really appreciate that. So I personally would give this like a 4.5. This is actually really good. But I certainly recognize it would not be for everyone.
Yeah, ginger seems to be a very hot or not type of taste, depending on if you like it by itself or combined with other flavors. It's, I don't know, like when I think of gingerbread, you think of something a little more sweet. So that might pair well with the honey.
Yeah, it really goes well. But I mean, yeah, no, I know ginger is not everyone's cup of tea, but it's absolutely my favorite. My absolute favorite Thai dish is Pad King, which is a stir fry with ginger. And so much so that my housemate who's Thai, his mom, every time I see her, she makes like the Pad King ginger salad just for me because she knows how much I love it. So.
And that's not the ginger salad, that is. That's not anything like the ginger salad dressing that we would get at Little Bangkok, right?
No. That's just a dressing. Like the ginger salad is actually like, it's either like the salad is like, it's like grilled, like ground pork, mint, ginger, shallots. Like it's a dry like salad. It's not just like a dressing that goes over top.
Sounds really good. I'd like to try it.
Mm-hmm.
One of these years.
And I think gingerbread sometimes kind of deceives people as terms of what ginger actually tastes like, and you're to just take raw and grind it up and put it into an actual food dish versus gingerbread where it's very sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. I've noticed though, like the thing though, like gingerbread and stuff with ginger, like it still has the same flavor profile. It's just like gingerbread. It's because it's part of like the sweet cookie.
Yeah.
Piece. And ginger on its own is not necessarily sweet. It's all about what it's added to. So.
Yeah. Yep.
But it is the perfect complement to like the right sweetness for sure.
Still enjoyable though.
Do love a good ginger ale.
See, there's an example of like you pair it with the right level of sweetness.
And I think for the record, Schweppes is good, but I think Canada Dry is still the top tier ginger ale.
You can't beat Canada Dry.
I remember, in the ritzy days of flying when I was a kid, we'd be flying and they're like, "Oh, would you like a soda?" And I'm like, "I would like a ginger ale, please." And you pour you got a glass of champagne. You just, I'm high. I'm high up in the sky. Look at me flying. Yes. That was back when, the requirement was not wearing booty shorts and tube tops and letting your fupa hang out.
Apple bottom jeans.
Blech.
You
they're jeans.
You make that joke though about ordering ginger ale on an airplane, but honestly, I think in the past like 4 or 5 years, that's the only place I've actually had ginger ale on its own. Like it's not the only thing I ever get on a plane, but I don't think I ever have it like outside of that context. So
good ginger ale in vodka is pretty good. I mean, like you said, Canadian Dry, they have a cranberry flavored one. They have a blackberry flavored variety. So it's
the winter pack.
Yeah, there you go. He knows what I'm talking about. Plus the original OG ginger ale variety. So it's an excellent drink all around.
Howie, I grabbed the Christmas beer that you gave us, the Liney's White Mocha Stout.
Yeah.
So I got a 5.6% alcohol of fake chocolate and vanilla. Crafted at Liney's Pilot Brewery. We've already read this. Natural white chocolate, vanilla, and coffee with pale malts. Rich flavors. I'll see about that. It smells good. Okay. I don't know what you were thinking, Howie, but that is damn good. I very much enjoy this. I was very skeptical based on your review, but I like this.
Oh.
I'm glad you do. I think you're the only one so far who has enjoyed that particular brew.
Yeah, after hearing all the reviews on it, I thought this was going to be terrible. But I'm pleasantly surprised at the quality of this one. It's not quite alcoholic chocolate milk. It's not that good. But again, it's a solid like 3.8, maybe 4. I don't know if it's any higher than 4, but it's solid 3.8 to 4.
Well, hey,
It'll get you drunk.
'Cause there's like 5 of them in the upcoming beer draft, so
Ooh.
Yeah.
you have a chance of getting more.
Ooh, I got to take a look at that draft. I've been at the salon since 8:00 this morning. The groomer extraordinaire is in Pasadena, so I got left at home while she went to sunny, warm California. So unsupervised, left me home with the kids. The hell with you! I'm leaving. She might come back. We'll see.
You're on probation.
Yes. So I was in today, and I had like adult tasks to do, but the squirrels were going every direction but the tasks I was supposed to do. So I just like randomly cleaned a whole bunch of stuff today and did a bunch of my little maintenance projects that I never seem to be able to get done. And then 3, 4 of the girls came back in after, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock, and moved a bunch of stuff around in the salon. We kind of changed stations and whatnot. So we had 3, 4 of them, and there may or may not have been a beer or two flowing around, and we all had a good time. So I was able to catch up on a few more things. Discovered that both of my bathing systems are now broken that I was unaware of. I have a backup for the main one. The backup was also broken, and either no one told me or it escaped my brain and I forgot that it was broken and never ordered a motor for it. So now I got 2 of them I got to order motors for.
Well, that's all right. We are, we're running a little low on time in this episode. So, hey, the next time we have the Bismarck Mandan crew together, we'll have to do the draft. So, gives you a chance. Yeah. Look over. Come up with your strategy. Figure out, By
the time we do this, the beer is going to be expired.
That's your problem, not mine.
What do you mean it's going to be? The beer's already expired. It's been in Howie's fridge for 2 years.
Actually,
also possible.
It's not, no, I don't think there's anything that's 2 years old. Maybe. Anyway, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. We give you time. Figure out what you want.
Yes.
Also, I would feel bad doing it because the local geek has constantly been sending me different fun ways that we could decide draft order, and I have not had time to do any of them. So I don't want to disappoint the guy, and just be like, okay, we're drawing names from a hat.
I mean, however you want to do it.
It's your stash, Howard.
I couldn't tell you which way is right or wrong because I'm not even 100% sure how the sports ball draft works. So, however you tell us, Harvey, I will assume it's correct.
I participated in a fantasy football draft once. All we did was shuffle some papers around the table and get 2 free pitchers of beer. Is that what we're talking? Is that the draft we're talking about?
I swear we had an appetizer too.
Oh yeah, there's a free appetizer as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if his beer's on draft. It's probably not going to be any good anymore.
Yeah. JS, you also missed the part because it was kind of before the show talking about it. But, there is some liquor involved in there. Some of it is unopened, brand new. Some of it might have like a shot of liquor left in it. So, bit of a gamble.
Unless there was 3 and then it's like 1/8 of a bottle.
Yeah. So there's some interesting things.
I'm excited. I don't know how this draft works, but I'm excited. I will read into it, and I will do my best to partake in the sports ball of alcohol.
I mean, really, I think we'll come up with some fun way to determine who gets to pick, and then kind of goes.
I'm not taking anything cherry. You can try and shove it off on me, but I will tell you just where to shove it. Okay,
Mark, you gotta get the Tanqueray ring poured for me. I love that stuff.
I actually bought it, Kyle, because you recommended it on one of the episodes of the podcast. That's why I have a bottle of it. Yeah.
Did you enjoy whatever you consumed if you did open it?
I did open it. That one has been open, and I have enjoyed several drinks from it. So
excellent. There you go.
It's good stuff.
I'll take that.
So yeah,
I have a fun idea. Maybe I'm wrong, but instead of choosing the drinks for yourself, We could choose the drinks for other people.
Yeah, but you don't want any of it to end up like going to waste. No, that's the thing.
Yeah, if we give Kidder the bottle of cherry liqueur,
if you give him a cherry liqueur, he's going to dump it out.
Listen, just because you end up with it doesn't mean you have to be the one that drinks it. You can gift it off to somebody else.
No, but do you really think he's going to pass on something that's cherry flavored? He thinks it's so nasty. He's not going to like be that cool.
I could see him just going over to somebody's house and just leaving it, like not saying a word, just put in the fridge, walk away.
Yeah, it's going to be the classic like brown paper bag with the dog poop in it, except it's going to be a cherry beer or a cherry liqueur. Here you go.
If we
have to note though, Howard, the jar of Malort is not on that list.
You are Big D.
Exactly.
Yeah, you use it to clean the kitchen sink already. So
you sure, Kidder? I mean, I got it right here. Yeah.
Listen to me. If I end up having anything with something like that, it's going to end up on the side of your house. Okay. You've been warned. Okay. So if you give it to me, that is the contract that you have entered into, that if I get it from you, that it ends up in the side of the house.
Well, hey, listen, there's plenty of options out there. Just don't draft it, man.
well,
I'm not going to draft it.
so we can choose the drink for the person in front of us, and then if you want to get rid of that drink, you have to give up one of your draft picks. Ooh. Huh?
so it's like a nasty Christmas white elephant hybrid.
Either that, or maybe it's for once somebody else on this podcast plays If You Know, You Know. If you don't want it, you have to take a penalty shot.
I'd also like to mention for the record that I do love cherry Coca-Cola, and I love the cherry dilly bars at Dairy Queen. Okay, so those are two things in this world that are cherry that I love, and they're synthetic, and I don't care.
Neither of those things taste like actual cherry.
Correct.
They're totally synthetic.
That's correct, because I hate that taste. I need to have it so fake and so off the rails synthetic that it works. Robitussin? No, not going to work. That's really the Robitussin taste is how the alcohol cherry tastes to me.
What about Savage Garden when they belt out the Chica Cherry Cola?
A drink of cherry cola, yes. I would drink the cherry cola. I think that's one of the 23 flavors anyway.
Yeah.
Doc should know. He's a doc.
23 flavors.
Yeah, don't you get like the recipe for Dr. Pepper when you graduate with your doctorate?
No.
Oh, that should be a thing.
And even if that were true, do you think I could tell you? Like
I know. It's a good thing that it isn't a plaque, because it would be on your wall behind you and we'd read the secret recipe.
No. That's the thing. I can't tell you any of the mysterious things that happen when you earn your doctorate.
Right. I am very proud.
Mostly it means you have a ton of student loans and extra wrinkles from the nights that you're working on your dissertation and you were seriously convinced you weren't going to get it done.
Yeah. Sadness. Yeah. I will say that I'm very proud of you for doing your doctorate and getting the doctorate and doing things with it. Unlike the other people who have graduated with their PhDs and are PhD smart. So thank you for contributing to society.
I'll refrain from saying what I want to say, and I'll save it till after we're done. About
where I'm going with it.
Yes, a specific example, but I'm not going to name names until we wrap. Not that I think that person would ever watch this, but you never know. Stranger things.
I was surprised. A former coworker of mine I happened to talk to yesterday, and got the info that my former coworker, randomly watches some episodes of this show. And I was like, really? You even know about this show?
Well, to be fair, you do post it and tag it on your Facebook, and so anybody who follows you sees it.
But nobody, likes it, and I don't know how many people actually click it, and so it's very depressing. You're on the show. You should like it.
I don't know. There have been people who
isn't liking it on the show.
There have been plenty of people who've been involved in projects that they don't like.
It's true. It's true. That's why Local Geek is somehow still here. Remember how many months it took us to actually get him to share the link to the episode?
I think I shared every episode I've been on. As long as Facebook lets me. There's been a few of them where the share button is not there.
Self-promoter right there. Nice job.
I was on this episode.
Yes, I was on this famous podcast.
The tens and tens of viewers.
I say it so elegantly when I'm talking to other people, like, oh, I have to do a podcast. Friday night I'll be busy. And they're like, oh, what podcast are you on? I'm like, I'm on with a bunch of drunk people that talk about random. Oh, so you should really watch it. It's a great time.
Here's the funny thing: JS is going to put it on his resume when he's applying for his next job.
That's not a bad idea.
And the great thing about it is the multicam view caught Rude Boy's comment. So thank you very much.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. Usually when stuff like that happens, I cut away from the multicam.
Oh no, you don't want to cut away from that one.
I saw what it was. Listen, I'm just telling you, I cut away because it doesn't pop up long enough for people to read necessarily the whole thing. So
then they're going to have to get their pause game on point if they want to read the in-cam comments.
Although every now and then,
DVR.
If it's really good, then I make a little graphic of like in this case, it'd be Kyle, and then a speech bubble that says what the comment was.
That's not too tough to make.
So that happens. I also cut away from the multicam every time Peter starts playing with settings and it pops up in the multicam.
I somehow catch JS in his garage at the right time, and I ask him how a certain project might be going or not going.
Well, most of them are gone now because he's done with them. He's been catching up.
Had they not been at the salon, we would have been working on a 2002 Dodge pickup that my nephew and I put a lift kit in. So, but I was at the salon, and it was very loud in there. Otherwise, I would have done the show from there. But it would have been mass chaos.
What happens on the show normally?
Maybe one of the problems is that we're not drunk enough.
I think you're right.
And I say that only because last week I stumbled on another YouTube channel that is also devoted to alcohol of the weekly variety. I won't say their exact name, but they have this whole theme of shows where they get drunk and then do something. So it's like we drank a case of beer and then tried to solve this historic crime. Or we drank a case of beer and then we went ghost hunting in this haunted house. Like I think that's the thing is it needs to be we drink a case of beer and then insert something here.
I like your thinking.
And they have on their videos, they have 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 views.
We have the
Howard,
recipe.
Market it as we drank a case of beer and then we solve anti-socialism. We drank a case of beer and then we sat around. Market this, Howard.
Sit around, though, that's not really doing anything.
I suppose.
Howard, you work for the Historical Society. You've got access to the Custer House, right? We could get it drunk and go in there in the middle of the night. And
let's go talk to General Custer and see what he's up to these days.
So I have to correct you. The Custer House belongs to Parks and Rec. It's state parks. I have no access to the Custer House. Two, the other problem with this idea is now, as the host who is always going to be sober, I don't really want to have to, usher around and try to shepherd a bunch of drunk people through doing anything. I did enough of that in college. We don't need to extend that into my podcast life.
I do have to say, though, in terms of that idea, two things. One, we had a team retreat this week, and we have some new members of the team, and we had some icebreaker questions, and one of them was, what was your favorite non-higher education job? And actually what I shared, we did not overlap, Howard, but what I shared was mine was actually the 2 summers that I worked at Fort Abraham Lincoln, because the whole interpretive living history was actually kind of cool. And my only ever paying acting gig, because every Friday and Saturday night we performed plays and we got paid. But also I will say I've been in that house at night when it's dark, sober, and there's no way in hell, even though I don't think it's haunted, I'm going to wander around there in the dark, drunk.
In general, Custer would be nice to us.
I have to
Covered
share
in ectoplasm.
my favorite ghost story about the Custer House. Before we wrap this up, I was once giving a tour. And it was just 2 people. Like, it was one of those end of the day, 2 people. And they told me right off the bat, they're like, we don't want the 1875 tour. We just want to see the house and just tour the house. I'm like, sweet. Perfect. I can do that. That's something different. I don't have to get in character. And so we're walking to the house, having a casual conversation. And on the way up, they tell me, oh yeah, we're, we travel around to historic sites to see if we find ghosts or things like that. And the one gal's like, yeah, I'm psychic, so I can sense their presence from things. And I'm like, okay, this is definitely going to be a great end of the day tour. And we're going through, and we get to the dining room, and this gal, in the most dramatic way, just grabs her chest, and she just starts in with the, I can feel the essence of the Mrs. General coming from this teapot. Teapot's not an original item. It's something I think we bought at a garage sale. and so, like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, I wasn't going to offend. We get all the way around to the bedroom, the Custer's bedroom, and we continue to talk about some of this stuff, but we get there. I'm like, hey, you ever sense anything from this rocking chair? Because we, every now and then we get stories about it. And she's like, no, I don't get anything from the chair. Nothing at all. It's the Mrs. General's rocking chair, So like that was one of my favorite
Nice.
ghost story.
It may have changed since I was there, because I know even when I was there, they added an additional item. But when I was there, you could count the number of original items in the house on like one hand. It's all period, but things that they actually owned, very few. We actually did the second summer I worked there. We actually did on one of the Friday nights after the melodramas, about 2/3 of the staff participated. We stayed overnight in the barracks.
Yep, they still did that when I was there.
Yeah. And so that was like part of the night, was like looking up at the house, like, do you see anything? Do you see anything? No. We didn't see anything, but it was still kind of fun to watch and like guess and see.
Yeah.
For all the stories that people say about that place being haunted, I never actually encountered anything myself in the 2 summers I worked there, and I didn't know anybody I worked with. The few things that people did encounter, we were able to chalk up to another staff member playing a prank on them.
Yeah. It. I don't have anything that's concrete with any of that, and
it's all reconstruction anyway. Nothing out there is original except for the actual, like, the cellar is original. But
yeah, which I'll share one more story since we're on this topic. And hey, how often are we going to tell ghost stories on this? When I worked at the chateau and I was doing tours out there, I was at the front, so I was doing the intro spiel and all of that, and finish and allow people, because we do roving tours, so people get to explore the house at their own pace. There are guides. You can ask questions and interact with us as much as you like. It actually works pretty well for that space. And couple with their teenage daughter, and they, I'm like, okay, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And the teenage daughter goes, "Is this place haunted?" I'm like, No. I said, it's not. I said, there are stories. I said, but mostly myth and legend. Like this was a happy home. Nothing tragic happened here. The teenage girl just looks at me, just dead eyed, and just goes, "You don't know that. They could have had somebody chained up in the basement." And I just looked her right back in the eyes. I went, "Well, that was the wine cellar. So if you were chained up down there, you probably were still having a pretty damn good time." And her parents just laughed. And on maybe that snarky note, Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while. It's time we wrap this show up. And to do that, we need some cheap plugs.
You snarky? Never. There was something else I was going to add, but your snarkiness overruled it. And that's just typical for this show. So, beerbluesbs.com, beerbluesbs.com. Please visit us in cyberspace. Also, buy our stuff. Buy the merch, buy the t-shirts, buy the swimsuits, buy the pint glasses, buy the stickers. Anything and everything helps. If you spend a couple dollars on the show, we get a couple dollars here to keep this show going. And we'd love for you to be part of that. Also, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. You can just set it up to donate as little as $1 a month and help a thirsty podcast host get that thirst quenched. That'd be okay. Help us. Help you with content every month, every week, every Friday night. We're doing this. So help us help you with the triple B on the store. beerbluesbs.com/beerbluesbs. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, if you want to watch the show, you can see that on YouTube every week, and the links are in the show notes. Also, the links in the show notes for all of the audio podcast places, including Podbean. We're also on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. How about Pandora, Stitcher, TuneIn, IMDb, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and many more. If you have a podcast service you want to listen to, just search us, Beer, Blues, and BS. Even if you're listening to us or watching us right now, check your other sources because I'm sure you have 8 other accounts and like us on all of them. You don't have to listen on all of them every week, but we'd love for you to like us there too, please. And so we have done the cheap plugs, as cheap as they are. And now it is time to go around with the final thoughts. And, he was the last one to be here, but the first one to have something to say. JS, we better go over to you right away because it looks like you are thinking about something awfully fierce.
I've been thinking about my foot being itchy. It's very distracting. Let's see. That advice. Learn how to do the fireman's carry because it's way easier to carry them out of the car when they're passed out after a road trip by hucking them over your shoulder and carrying them into the house than trying to do the whole front arm carry, especially when they're 80 pounds. So yeah, learn how to do the fireman's carry. It'll pay off.
Fair enough. Just shrugging at the local geek's interpretation there of Gemini's note-taking ability. And so we better go over to local geek so he can explain it and then give us some final thoughts.
Yeah, I just noticed reviewing the notes from the episode that Gemini somehow, when you were discussing pride in Doc getting his doctorate and using it, as JS getting his doctorate and using it. So congratulations on your doctorate, JS.
Yes.
Thanks for the addition to the club.
Now, is it Dr. Gun or is it Dr. Slinger or Dr. Gunslinger? We have questions.
The real question is what is the secret of Dr. Pepper? I mean, Doc wouldn't tell us, so maybe you're willing to leak that information.
It is a closely guarded secret, and I could tell you, but then I would have to kill you.
Is this like the Illuminati? Come on.
He'd have to kill you or make you write and defend a dissertation.
Or is this in part of the underground? Is this the underground?
I prefer
be known as
you-
Mr. Spicy, and you just didn't get your degree.
Ooh,
Sometimes
there you go.
Mr. Spicy. You don't remember that, Doc? Back in the like 2004 time frame, we had the underground.
I do remember that, actually.
Oh, you remember that? Doc
I
doesn't.
remember the underground very well.
Not the UND underground, like the bar, but
I remember.
No, the website.
Oh, I do. Yes. Oh, yes. For all the hot gossip.
Yep, I remember that. All kinds of
It never really got like super scandalous though.
You just had to know where to look.
Oh, maybe I wasn't on the right internet at the time.
I don't think you were in the
dark web.
Yes, I don't think you were in the right chat group.
Your MSN Messenger, your AOL.
Oh,
Yes.
it was AOL at that time.
Yeah.
Well,
Your Skypes.
what's
And
funny about when I search the UND underground, first one is what we do as UND student government pops up as the first link. The UND underground is the UND today. And then the AI overview talks about the extensive network of underground tunnels connecting many of the campus buildings.
are
But
there
then
any?
there's Instagram, Dakota Student, and more UND links. And so I believe that the UND Underground is officially no more.
On one
At
of my
least on the
old
main World Wide Web, it could still be on the underground.
Got to go to the dark net for that.
on,
I'm sure you could find it on the Wayback Machine.
I still have it bookmarked on one of my really old computers, the one I had in college. The computer is shot, but I have the hard drive from it.
So it sounds like you need to take that over to Local Geek to then resurrect it, and then we can find the secrets of the internet.
But then Local Geek will see all of his pornography.
There was none of that in college.
None at all.
It glitched out.
20+ year old drama. Oh.
Spill the tea.
Mm.
All right. Well, I guess we got JS's final thought. Let's go over to Local Geek, who wants to. We should probably finish your other thoughts with that, because I think there's some more.
I backed him.
Yeah, I guess just to tack on to that just some evidence that AI is still not to be fully trusted, and always fact check what it tells you.
You could be an
Check the
honorary
AI
doctor.
videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What were you saying there, JS?
I said you never know. It might just make you an honorary doctor.
That's okay too. All right, let's head south. The Des Moines way. It's Rude Boy Kyle.
Yeah. But I appreciate you, Howard, for the very artistic and articulate painting. You made some significant progress on your figure over the past couple weeks. It's been fun to watch, and seeing the character grow in color and depth and intensity. It's been I highly suggest people watch the episode on YouTube, because it's taken a journey, and it's been fun to watch in amongst the fun discussions with all you guys, and it's Yeah, I like watching it, and so you guys stay warm, and it's. I hope you guys have a good, excellent rest of your weekend, and can't wait till the next episode.
Thanks, bruv. Let's go back west. Doc's got some knowledge, so listen up.
I guess I would say my final thought this week is that sometimes when you have to deal with something bitter, follow it up with something sweet.
And now that we've had the sweetness, let's go over to the bitter man himself, Howard Blues.
I'll live with it. Really, two things. One, when I started this whole painting challenge of trying to paint with a limited palette and letting other people choose that palette, I never should have taken the 30 episode break that I have, because I still haven't figured out how I did the red on the mushrooms. I've been trying all sorts of different color codes, and so the problem is I want to fix some things and I can't fix the little dots because I don't have the red and I can't figure it out. So, gentlemen, we might have to figure out a replacement for the penalty shot so I can just buy a red to get through this. But on the second note, and Local Geek's final thought kind of reminded me of this. My painting desk was a mess. So earlier today, I was like, I got to figure out what colors, because I was going to clean up. What colors was I using for this figure? So I turned to Google Gemini and said, hey, what colors was Howard using in this painting challenge that he did in these episodes? And who suggested them? So I knew who kind of had given me things. It proceeded to give me like that in each episode, because I gave it I even went and found the episodes that it was in to try and give it a hand. It's like in 224, he got Crimson Fist from Jen. In episode 225, he got like Samurai Blue from Glenn, and like did it for like the 5 episodes I did this. I wrote back to Gemini. I'm like, did you just make this up? Because none of those people
where's our good friend Glenn at?
None of these people are part of the Triple B. And it came back as like, yeah, I guess I kind of hallucinated some names. But then it just took and put random guests that we've had in for each of the those names, and then changed the colors to colors. They were all Citadel paint colors, so it was like Mephiston red and Nun Oil and all of those. I got really frustrated with that, so I went to LM Notebook, which is still also powered by Google Gemini, but I could actually plug the actual episodes in, and I said, hey, can you do this? And in about 5 minutes I had the colors and who gave them to me. So yeah, be careful with that whole AI stuff, because it will just make stuff up on you. And if it doesn't know, it doesn't admit it. It just will make it up. And that's my final thought. There you go.
Fair enough. Before I leave y'all, those of us in the Xbox and Microsoft sphere of things, CEO Phil Spencer has retired. Sounds like it was potentially forcibly. And the Xbox president, Sarah Bond, has resigned at Xbox/Microsoft, and newly appointed Asha Sharma will replace Phil Spencer as president of Microsoft Gaming. She was formerly the head of product development for Microsoft Core AI. So that is very interesting in the world of gaming, which we were, of course, talking about earlier, and what that could do in Microsoft Gaming, Xbox, and AI. Weird. Phil Spencer's been the CEO for quite a number of years.
Long time.
So, well, the co-CEO of this show says it's time to go, so let's wrap up the show. For Howard Blues, for Doc, for Rude Boy Kyle, for the Triple B Brewmaster himself, Local Geek, and for JS Gunslinger, bringing the firepower. I am still Mark Kidder. Thank you for being here for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Remember, there's free beer tomorrow. Keep your glass at least half full, and we will catch you on down that insert garbled AI Tuscan highway. Have a good one. See you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
Damn. He just hijacked that final thought. Well done, Mark.
Got a thought for you.
Let me tell you what.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
All right. Break
You
between
take your
shows.
candy ass opinions and get the hell out of here.
You
Don't
kept
ask
talking
me to
about
go.
the-
Don't ask me to go deep with that final thought, because I will.
Got to go back to our previous conversation.
Did you guys save your jerky for the show or no?
Yeah, I got it. I figured we were going to
ASMR.
need. I figured we were going to need content for the second show because I had
that
like the
smells
2
delicious.
Olympic controversies and that was it. So
Oh boy.
I almost played it off with the Olympic controversy, but I didn't get a chance to slip in the jerky comment when we were talking about injecting our penises.
I like how we all had some form of a phrasing comment except for Curtis. He was just staring perplexed and just aghast at what we were saying. If you're going to come to the Olympics and think you can cheat.
Come again.
yeah, that when I saw that news story, I'm like, we got to talk about that. Even if we don't dive into the details of it, just bringing up that that's a thing, and like that's gonna, it's gonna be good.
How about something to talk about is the WWE mystery box. Have you seen any teases on that, Howard?
I'm not going to lie. The baby has been sick with a terrible ear infection, so I've had a baby glued to me, and when I haven't, I've been at work. Like I only worked 2 days this week because of being home watching
There's
kids. And
plenty of time for gaming, right? You got one here and then the controller, right? Ask Kyle for some suggestions. He'll help you out.
stuff.
That worked for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I haven't seen like hide or hair of news or
And-
like I have managed to keep up with the Olympics. Like,
Yeah. I will say, vodka plus the White Widow cider brings it up to a 4.2, just like you said.
there it is. There it is. Local.
I told you.
I knew it.
What kind of liquor goes into a Cosmo? Is that vodka too?
I think so.
Okay, perfect.
That is vodka.
Okay, because I got a NA Cosmo on tap that I could use a little splash.
you know, the problem with not working on a miniature for 30 some episodes, I don't know how I got this red on the mushrooms. I do not know what color combination I pulled off to do that.